Ah, Arkansas. Beauty, sunshine, and lots of wide open spaces. Most of America doesn't know how truly special the natural state really is. While lots of places in Arkansas are truly fabulous, there's also cities here that outright suck. The worst parts of Arkansas. You know them when you see them. They're the parts of Arkansas where you don't want to go, if you can help it. The goal today is to highlight the cities of Arkansas that are the worst of them all. How do we do it? We measure the things most bad cities have. You know, where people are broke, where lots of people don't have a job, and where crime is sky high. We even measure the public school education levels. Let's get started.
Shall we begin?
Our first stop on our unfavorable journey through Arkansas starts in Camden, located along Route 278 in the southern part of the state. What makes Camden such a lousy place to live? First off, the unemployment rate here is nearly double the national average. Income levels mean lots of folks struggle to make ends meet too. Crime isn't as bad here as it is in other cities we'll talk about, but it's still the 15th highest in the state. What's good about Camden? Well, Camden high schools have 3 high school football state titles, so that's cool. And Camden's host to the Miss Daffodil pageant every year, which is fabulous. Way up on I-55 near the Missouri Boot is the really lousy city of Blytheville. While most of America knows Blytheville as home to a famous bookstore, people in Mississippi County know it for what it really is: crummy. The unemployment rate is far, far higher than most other cities in the state, and income levels here indicate most folks are struggling each month. What's some good news about Blytheville? Well, the schools here are some of the highest funded in the state, so that's great. And it's home to the Cream Castle, which just might be the best tasting barbecue in eastern Arkansas. If you drove your beat up car about 20 minutes south from Blytheville, you'd come to the little city of Osceola. You know when you get there when you see a car up on blocks. The problem with Osceola is pretty much jobs and crime. It's the 8th most dangerous place in the state, and just about 1 in 10 folks here are out of work. Plus, if you lived here and wanted to get ahead in life, you'd have to commute all the way to Jonesboro or Memphis back and forth every day. Yuck. However, we have to mention that Osceola has 3 red box rental machines in town, where you can check out all the latest movies. Continuing our worst tour of Arkansas, we come to Forest City, another sad, declining Delta town. They call this the jewel of the Delta, but this place certainly isn't all butterflies and rainbows. No. Retail and dining options are limited here, and a shrinking employment base along with a declining population and high poverty don't indicate this city is taking a more positive direction in the near future. Plus, crime is the 5th worst in the state here, meaning if you don't lock something up at night, there's a good chance it'll be gone by morning. What's good about Forest City? Well, obviously people like it here because they have these attractive t-shirts for sale. You can get yours too for $43.99. Holy guacamole! We continue our crummy tour of Arkansas with the itty-bitty city of Morrilton, right along I-40 north of Little Rock. Now before you get your britches in a bunch, just look at the numbers. Crime is higher than most other cities, income levels here are the lowest in the state, and the unemployment rate is substantially higher than the Arkansas average. And Little Rock's an hour away, so it doesn't sound like the job scene's gonna improve. On the bright side, Morrilton is filled with golly gee, gosh darn type folks who are all very nice. And for some reason, Morrilton's one of the best places to catch Pokemon in eastern Arkansas too, so that's double cool. We built this city, and now it sucks. Welcome to West Memphis, the 5th worst place to live in the entire state. It'd be hard to argue against calling it a lousy place to call home when you consider West Memphis has the highest unemployment rate in the state and the worst crime in Arkansas. West Memphis has trouble with pretty much everything you can think of. Murders, shootings, rapes, robberies, assaults, burglaries, thefts. It seems like every day there's something on Facebook about whatever major crime is happening in West Memphis. In fact, the crime rate here is 5 times the state average, so chances are if you don't watch your back here, you're gonna have a bad time. Is there any good news about West Memphis? Well, the people here make more than the people in Helena, so they can brag about that if they want. Where's the 4th worst place to live in Arkansas? The people in Newport might not be too happy to hear it, but it's you. This boring little city along Route 67 has some big problems on its hands. Crime, income levels, and number of people out of work are all in the top 10 in the state. To make matters worse, the schools here are the 6th lowest funded in Arkansas. On the bright side, Newport High has 2 Arkansas state football titles to their credit. Go Greyhounds! It's not looking very promising for the upper Delta region of Arkansas. Here in Trumann, crime is in the top 5, and income levels and high school graduation rates are some of the lowest in the state. Trumann's basically a small town with a drug problem and not many jobs, where you'd have to drive to Jonesboro for work, so you might as well just move to Jonesboro. Is there any good news about living in Trumann? Well, judging by the number of meth lab busts in Poinsett County, it sounds like you could make some extra income on the weekends. Just make sure to make enough for your friends over on Pine Bluff though. They're always ready to buy. If you took Route 40 all the way down to the Mississippi River, you'd wind up in Helena, West Helena. And you'd be scared. High unemployment, a struggling education system, political upheaval, a crumbling infrastructure, and even unresolved racial inequalities plague this unified city.
Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy.
Not here. West Helena actually has one of the least number of sunny days in the state, too. If there's a positive here, it's that things look like they're actually turning around job-wise over the last few years, and grassroots efforts are helping matters too. So that's great news. And where's the worst city in Arkansas? That would be Pine Bluff, hands down. Another eastern Arkansas city with a really bad economy and high crime. Maybe we should call this place Crime Bluff. Pine Bluff has the 8th lowest home values in the state, the 4th highest unemployment rate, and the 3rd worst crime. If you were to wear the wrong hat in the wrong place in Pine Bluff, you're going to get iced. So you better play it safe if you want to stay out of trouble. When you're in some of the worst Arkansas communities, some parts might be hard to tell apart, but you can tell who's from Pine Bluff though. They're the ones with the 40, the pistol, beat up car, and the pit bull. Other signs you're from Pine Bluff? The local subway's behind glass, they lock up the tide at your Walmart, and there's a DNA testing truck on your block. If you don't live in Pine Bluff or any of the other Arkansas cities we mentioned, you don't have it too badly. Congratulations.